Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scott here, bringing you another Scott Goes Hardcore. And in today's episode, we'll return to our basement to complete our portal room. So we'll build a sinister room to house our portal next to our enchanting chamber. So let's get into today's episode. Alright, welcome back, and let's head over here real quick before we get started here. And as you can see, there's a little hill and some trees now added to our little hilltop house. And this is to house our portal room down below. So we needed to add a little extra space up here to kind of cover up what we'll soon be building down below, which is our portal room in our basement. Now our basement is... oh, our door is glitched out. Alright, so let's continue to move on. So let's take a look down here. As you can see, we completed our enchanting room and I got some more wool. So now we have a purple ceiling. So that looks pretty nice. So here is our portal room. And I took out a lot of extra, cobble and dirt and all that whatnot. Has been all excavated out, so we didn't have to bore you guys in the video. So we got that all out now so that we can start to add all the finishing touches and all the fancy stuff that's fun to watch. So let's just make a couple points here. So this is 7 blocks from the portal on either side here. And we're going to have these little niches, I think, right here. And what we're going to do there is hopefully once we get the portal up and running, we can go to the Nether and get some soul sand. So I'll put some soul sand in there. And right here it kind of has some kind of purple or bluish. So I got some here stained clay right there for a design. And of course we'll mirror it on the other side. And maybe even have like a little crate set up over there so when we come back with things we get from the Nether. All right, so let's take one more quick look and there we go. All right, so let's get started. So we're gonna start to make some bands across our room. So we're gonna take these smooth stone bricks and if we don't make too many mistakes along the way, we'll get this across here. And what? Oh, mistakes are made, Scar, so early in the video. Okay, so let's see here. Where's the 7? So I'm going to count this out one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you go there. Okay, so let's go up here. So as you guys know, this is hardcore, so we must be very wary of our mob friends. Because we do have quite a few holes in our ceiling, so we got to keep a watchful eye to make sure we don't have any intruders come knocking. Okay, so let's just carve out this extra little bit here. There we go. So we'll get this all out of here. And almost across. There we go. Good. All right. So then we'll continue this band that will go across here. There we go. And then we'll go up here like, whoops, wrong side. We'll secure these because we won't want to lose those. There we go. Okay, good. All right. So let's jump over here now. And, kind of unsure what I want to do. Oh, I know. That's right. So let's take out that guy there and continue another pillar going straight up. There we go. Perfect. Oh, yeah, that looks nice. I wasn't sure quite what I was going to do there for a second. But, just play with it a little bit. And eventually, your problem will be solved. There we go. As you can see, I had quite a bit of... actually had quite a bit of stained clay. At first in my video when I was talking about stained clay and kind of all the cool stuff we're going to be able to make with it, I mentioned that it's going to be really hard to get. And it's a little bit difficult, but if you have the proper equipment, it makes life a lot easier in that way of getting your proper supplies. So that's 3 wide. Let's just double check to make sure that, okay, good. So now we're making those cutouts. We might maybe put the soul sand in the center. That'll look pretty cool. So if you have the right things like Aqua Infinity and Inspiration, I think. Yeah, so what I did was with some of my enchanted points, I enchanted some iron armor. And I got that and feather falling for the boots. So I was very lucky today when I went and did some enchanting. So it's very, very lucky with that. And, it's easy. Just put on those Aqua Infinity and all that. And go down, and it's not too easy, it's not too hard to really get a good amount of clay pretty easily. Okay, so let's start on this side now. Let's do a double check count wise. So 1, 2, 3 to that point. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay. So now we'll just continue. Whoops, made a mistake there. So we'll just fix that real quick. Go. Just about across here. There we go. Okay, good. So now we got that. So let's knock out here. Good. This thing is starting to look pretty good, I think. So how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 goes there. Double check there. Good. Perfect. Yeah, I think this is going to look good. And we have to make our little adventure into the Nether. So we're going to need to get a few supplies before that takes place. Because that is going to be a little bit dangerous, especially with us playing in hardcore. That's going to be really scary because I usually don't come out of the Nether alive most of the time. Alright. So we'll go up there. Fix that. There we go. Perfect. Coming down here. Good. Okay. There we go. And I'm just going to cover this up for now just to make sure we don't have any intruders. There we go. Are we all sealed up? No, we're not quite sealed up yet. Alright, so now we need to work on our ceiling. So now we got that. Let's knock out these extra pieces up here so we can start our ceiling. So what I think we'll do is get some smooth stone stair steps, and we'll do that up to the top, and maybe two or so wide. We'll probably do kind of either the clay or the wool. So we have a few options for colors. So I want to bring a little color into the room. It's a little bland. It's really gray, so we need to add some colors to it. Alright, so give me 1 second. I'm going to create some scaffolding and I'll be right back. Alright, there we go. So now we got some scaffolding all built up. So let's see here. So we're going to start adding some stairs up here like so. Make sure we don't fall off of our scaffolding because we don't have that far to fall. We're only like 3 or so blocks off the ground right now. Alright, there we go. Remember back in the old days when we were working on the tree farm? We were way up there. I took quite a few falls that led to deaths in that build. That was some fun times building that. There we go. Alright, so finish that. There we go. Perfect. So let's see here. So let's go up another one here. So let's grab out that. Oh, we're still breaking through the ground. We got a lot to do to fix up the upper part of our little hill up there in our yard. It's getting a little ugly, you know. Now we have all these smooth stone bricks sticking out of the ground now, but once we get enough dirt, we'll be able to cover it up and it'll look nice once again. There we go. So let's just excavate all of this out. And we should be good. There we go. Clear out that last part. Perfect. Okay. Clear this part out here a little bit more. Yep, still got a few more pieces. Just about done. Okay. So I wonder how far we should go up from here. So if we go... So another set there. So once we finish this band, we'll decide if we should go another one or not. Deciding what I should do. Okay. Ooh, nice little snowfall. Ooh, isn't that nice? I like how the snow kind of falls through there. It's cool. Don't you, now that you can stack snow kind of, you know, up to different heights, which is a really cool feature. It'd be nice if the snow actually did stack and kind of then melt off a little bit as the day goes on. So after a snowfall, things are a little thicker. And then as the day kind of goes on or a couple of days go on, it just melts down in a couple layers. That'd be a really cool feature to add. Okay, but it's easy for me to say while making a video. It's another thing for Mojang to actually create something like that and code for it. Okay, so let's see. We do another band, it'll be 2 blocks to do a color, so we would use less. So let's do one more. Let's cut this out and then do our color. That'll leave us with a few extra pieces of our stained clay, which is definitely one of the best things they've added in a long time block-wise for designing and building things. Horses were awesome, but stained clay is cool too. Because there's a lot of options with stained clay, what you can do with it. Especially now that it's kind of a nice earth tones, if you will. It's got like a little bit muted colors, so it's not so bright and cartoony. Especially the, oops, we actually need to build some more. Especially the lime green is much nicer than the wool version. Oh, it's much better. By a long shot. Never cared much for that. And the yellow, like I demonstrated in my stained clay guide. Oops, I'm trying to get up on the right angle to get that piece up there. There we go. How the yellow wool is kind of ugly and how it has a lot of variations and kind of has a green hue to it. But the stained clay, it's got that nice dark mustard yellow. Ooh, it's nice. Think of some good designs we could do with that in the future. All right, knock that out there. Perfect. Oh, that's not what we want. We want it to attach to the side, but it is not giving me that option. There we go, perfect. And then we'll come up here like that, almost across. Get that last guy in there, and are we out? Yep, we are. So let's just make another set because we'll need some more in a moment. So we'll just get a few extra there. All right, jump up here. There we go, last one's in. All right, so let's take out this last layer of dirt. So our hill that I worked pretty hard on earlier is now completely gone. Okay, so what should we pick? So we have black wool, blue wool, purple stained clay, and blue stained. You know, I'm almost thinking about doing black up here. I think it might be kind of cool, and then doing the purple and blue down below. Might make kind of an interesting rooftop. Well, let's try that. I think that'll look pretty cool, actually. There we go. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, that kind of adds a really cool kind of sinister feel to the top. Maybe we could flank it with these. Let's see how that looks. Oh, I like that. That looks actually really nice. When we do get some glowstone, we could put some redstone torches up there possibly too. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. We do have pieces of wool behind these ones. I'll get those off camera so we don't, waste time messing with that. Make sure I get that later. Oops. Actually, I need that to stay where it is. Okay, so let's start taking out our scaffolding. And this is always kind of a cool little design to put them in here, and then it gives the room kind of a moody effect. Sometimes monsters spawn in them, so we just put a door here so we can keep them out.